this is Jill from Paws and Tails Reiki and Therapeutic Massage, and this is my 4.5-year-old Greyhound, Felix. We adopted Felix just a few months ago. He's learning how to be a dog and not be basically a racehorse anymore. He's a good boy. He loves coming out to the park. As you can see, he tracks everything that he sees as a sight hound. And some of the videos that I'm going to be producing on our YouTube channel are going to follow Felix. We call him Felix the Dog. Felix's progress as he adapts to being part of our family after living on the racetrack for so long. Now, his last race was in the summer of 2020. We have seen video footage of it. He kind of gave up and said, "I'm done," and so they retired him. He's a champion racer. I have seen him win races, footage of that. He's worked very hard. When he first came to us, he had a pretty good limp. So if you've never adopted a Greyhound right off the track before, I've had a Greyhound that didn't come from the track before, but this one did. And they don't necessarily know how to be in your house. So when they are surrendered to an adoption group from the track, they go to foster care for a couple of weeks. Before that, they go to the vet. Usually track dogs have hookworms from the raw meats that they feed them. Unfortunately, they feed them horse meat at the track that he was at, and he did have pretty bad hookworms. So when we did bring him into our family a couple weeks after foster family had him, we still had to continue the hookworm treatment. So if you're thinking about adopting these wonderful dogs, know that there's a little bit of extra work up front. The foster family did a good job of teaching him how to be in a house with a lot of other animals. He wasn't scared of the microwave or the doorbell when he came to us, so they did a great job. He still likes to sleep in his crate. We leave the door open. It's kind of like a nice den. He goes in there. We have a cat. They don't hurt each other, but I don't think they're best friends either. But usually he goes in his crate, his cage, basically to escape the cat. But he's a good boy. And unfortunately, when he came to us, his back left leg had a limp to it. If I can get the editing together, I'll be able to show you a clip of some of the way he was walking, and I had to correct. As an animal massage therapist, he lucked out because I was able to identify the muscle groups that were involved and slowly work on him. He didn't have trust with me yet to be working on something that hurt so bad, so we had to start slow. And he's getting better, and we are excited. I saw him run a little bit for the first time last week, so it's taken 4 months to basically heal this injury of his back leg. Dogs have, like, our quadriceps are pretty big and obvious. Dogs' quadricep muscles are hidden, more internal, and that's actually what he pulled. He pulled one of his lateral quadriceps. It was so bad that it would spasm right through the other muscles on top when he was having a problem. And his inner thighs, where there's a muscle there called the gracilis, and they were so sore that I couldn't even touch them in the beginning. He would get very nervous. He actually growled a little bit because he didn't know me yet. So just know up front, they're wonderful dogs if you stick it out. But he did get surrendered to the rescue group because he did have injuries and because of his advanced age. 4.5 is really old for a Greyhound to be racing. And he looks like he's old, but this is actually his coloring. He has a big white spot on his chest and he is a mix of white and gray, and just the genetic lottery, he ended up with a lot of it on his face. But as he really does age, probably around the age of 9 or 10, he probably will get more gray in that area. So we're very, very happy to have him in our family. And if you have questions, please in the comments, I'm happy to answer questions about what it's like to have a Greyhound. It's about 65 degrees today, which is kind of cool for a Florida morning. He has a regular winter coat, but it's a little bit too warm for him to wear that. He is very muscular, even though he has thin skin and can get cold. So we just put our Florida State University jersey on him. He loves it. He sleeps in it. I do have to move it out of the way when he needs to mark a tree or something. But he loves to put it on. On the track, they did wear vests and things, so he immediately took to wearing clothes. People ask me questions about how much they sleep and how much they eat and how fast they go. And please, in the comments, put your questions, and I'll try to do another video with question and answers, and I'll be happy to answer them. And maybe I'll be able to pull one of the foster families or one of the local rescue experts in to help with some of those questions in the future. So I want to say thank you if you have any kind of rescue animal, whether it's a Greyhound, a cat, a small dog, a big dog, a mutt, a pure breed, a bird. People rescue hamsters and ferrets and rabbits as well from the rescue groups. Please, thank you so much. Now, I also invite you, more of these series about dogs will be on the Patreon channel, where you get a lot of extras. It's only $3 a month, and it helps me help the animals. And when you join at higher levels of $10 and up, a portion is donated to rescue groups. So by helping me, I can help them. Also, please push the like button, especially if you like Greyhounds. Push the like button below the video. And if you wouldn't mind, subscribe so you know when the next one's coming out. Subscribing doesn't cost you any money. If you already have a Gmail account, it'll know what to do when you push subscribe. You just have to sign into YouTube. Most of you who already have the app on your phone for YouTube have somehow signed in the past. You're good to go. If you're not a Gmail person, you can still sign in. You may have to create some kind of new Gmail account. I think there's a way around that. I'm sure you can Google and figure out, but I really appreciate people who subscribe or join Patreon. So I want to thank you again, and have a great week. He's ready to go, and he does bark, by the way, but he loves to whine. Have a great week. Want to go back?
To the final turn. Once to lead, 2 in second, but 4 is catching up. In third, on to the home stretch. 1's still the lead, but 4 is going to catch up, and it's still the win, but 2 in second and 1 in third. Stretch. 7's still the lead, but 4's catching up, and 1's in the lead, but it's going to be 8 to 7 in third. On to the home stretch. 3's in the lead, but 2's going to take a win, 3 in second, 7 in third.
6, 7, 8, RCK Demon now takes charge and pulls away. Craven the style. Up on the outside, WW Jordy. It's RCK Demon all alone. Stable Dog is second. Up on the inside, LK's Milano. It's a 1-7-8-3 around the 10. RCK Arigano. 7, 3, 4, and 6 down the stretch. It's closed.
great week. Okay, here we go.